What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block for December 5th, 2017. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, that retro code, Edward Varnell. Ed. Oh, I know. I know. Stop. I'm mad.
Hey, everybody.
I'm really mad about that. That's okay. How's it going, Ed? How's it going?
Oh, it's going good, boss. I miss you and had a relaxing weekend. Really enjoyed my time off from work and had a chill podcast.
Nice.
But yes, I'm so happy to see you and just be back talking about Nintendo news.
I know.
Because I had to tell you my experience at GameStop.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and lead off with that, I guess.
Okay. So, get home Friday after work. Like, yes, Xenoblade Chronicles, my collector set. I'm going to go get. I relax a little bit, and I finally get there. And I get there, and the guy said, "Yeah, he was trying to call me." I was just like, "Well, I was at work." So I wasn't able to pick up. He was just like, "Yeah, we was gonna call to let you know that if you wanted your copy, you had to come in real soon because they messed up on the orders." I'm like, "How did they mess up on the orders?" Well, come to find out, 9 people ordered the collector set, and that Thursday I had paid all my whole set off, like everything was paid off.
Right.
And so he ended up giving me the last copy. He's like, "Yeah, someone decided not to get it, and another person only put $5 down. So they didn't, I guess didn't want it." And so it's a little beat up, not bad. He's just like, "I'm sorry, man." That I'm like, "Do not even worry. It's the contents that's inside, not the box itself." Still, yeah, I would have been in the boat with you and not had Xenoblade Chronicles, the collector's edition. But I did get the Pro Controller, and I haven't opened it up. But if everybody would love to see, this is the Xenoblade thing. It's huge. It's literally the size of the book. So let me show you guys. This is the collector's book right here.
You're making me sad right now.
This is the steel case that it comes in.
Nice.
And this is the CD that it comes with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. And everybody, this is the controller.
I want that so bad.
Funny thing is, I have not opened it up, so let's do that, everybody. Let's open up this bad boy. But the guy was telling me, yeah, the way that it looks inside is more burgundy. It's not the, I guess, Splatoon kind of Neapolitan kind of look.
Yeah, the Splatoon one's like bright pink, and this one's more of like a dark magenta color. Oh, man, I'm so mad. Like, dude, the one thing that I'm the most mad about is that, like, Amazon canceled my order because they said they couldn't fulfill the pre-orders.
Yeah.
And then literally, like, 3 days later, it was available on Amazon at a discount. The collector's edition.
That sucks.
And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, and at that point, I'd already, oh my gosh, I really want that controller really bad. I'm probably going to have to pay a premium for that, but I don't care.
Probably go to Best Buy. And Target somehow had the collector's edition. Someone posted that, like, their local Target had it. I'm like, when did Target get this?
Yeah, depending on how much I get paid tomorrow, and, like, I still have Christmas gifts to buy. So, like, I mean, that's got to take precedent right now. But, like, depending on how much I get paid, I might go look for that controller because I really want that controller. So I'm just really mad that, Amazon canceled my pre-order and turned around and they're selling them like 3 days later at a discount. But you know, I guess that's just how it works. I ended up getting the regular version of the game anyway, but that's all right. Yep. Sad face. Have you been playing it at all though?
Yeah, I just started it Sunday, playing it. I still got a little bit more to do. I am loving this game. I love the cutscenes. I really just want to see a movie of,
Yeah.
because I don't know how far you got, but um, this is not really spoilers. But when it shows Rex getting stabbed
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and he goes to like a memory of Elysium, I'm just like, oh, this game looks gorgeous. And I haven't even gotten to the actual game where the Titans and stuff are at. Um, but when Pyre comes alive and they're fighting the other guy, uh, and just that whole cutscene of action, I was just like, this is bunkers, and this is so good. Like, it was like action packed, well choreographed for a CGI. Um, and I'm kind of loving Gramps in this
Yeah.
game. It was funny. Rex and Gramps are at a port, and they're docking, and Rex gets out because he has to turn in some salvaging and send some money to his family. And the guy that stops him, they're having a conversation, and he's just like, "I'll pay you when I get back." And he's just like, the guy's just like, he does this all the time. And then you get this big wide shot of the guy and Grant's, and Grant's is looking at him just like, "Sorry, but don't carry your wallet." And then looks back. It is so funny. And the guy's just like, "Ugh."
That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's amazing. Getting used to the combat. Not that complicated. I think once I get more items and more skills, I'll be able to unlock stuff and start building the skill tree and grinding and stuff. Because a lot of people just like, I'm like at level 10 and I haven't even did like past the first chapter or the second chapter.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like I played for like a half hour last night. I was like, I'm too tired to play this right now, so I ended up
Uh,
going to bed. But like, I got to the part where you're talking about the wallet joke part, and like, I really think that dynamic's going to grow, and I think that he's going to be a pretty just kind of dry sense of humor type character. But like, I was listening to a podcast, and they were saying like, 15 and 20 hours into this game, you're still getting tutorial menus on how deep the combat goes, because it starts out real simple. I mean, a
yeah.
lot of people are saying it does what Nintendo does best, and it's like starts out real simple and it adds and adds and adds until you have these, seemingly deep layers of the combat, and it's just like, oh well, I just kind of learned all that, and it's really nice to see that Nintendo is kind of rubbing off on Monolith at a point, so uh, yeah, I cannot. I'm probably gonna play after we're done recording, because my wife's at work, so I'll have a little time to myself, and I'm still trying to play through Assassin's Creed Origins, but
Me too.
I mean, Xenoblade might take precedent just because, like you and I discussed. I'm trying to have more of a focus on Nintendo for NGR right now, and it's just like, man, I need to play these Nintendo games. There's so many good ones right now, and
Yes.
later I mean, this is all kind of happening right now as we're recording, and I'm kind of glad we're recording as it's happening. But the Mega Man 30th anniversary live stream's going on right now, and they announced a ton of things that are coming to Switch, so I'm so excited. But yeah, Xenoblade 2. I love Xenoblade 1. I played like 75 hours of Xenoblade 1 and didn't even get through probably half the game because the game's so big. And I probably played about 50 hours of X, and then I got to the point where like you're starting to use the mechs, and like the mechs start happening, and I really hope that game does end up coming to Switch, because they're talking about porting it probably like late
Yeah.
next year or something. But man, I cannot wait to try too because I love the art style. I love the idea of like just getting back to a basic JRPG that,
It's just long.
yeah. So I'm really excited, especially because it's on Switch and I can do the same thing I did with Zelda and just kind of grind away on the couch while we're watching TV or, so.
And I gotta say the voice acting is top notch.
It threw me off for a minute though because like the voice acting, like because it's like British, like real Britishy. And I was like, oh, whoa, but yeah.
Well, it's funny. One part, and forgive me for saying this to everybody. One part was just like, "I'll kick his ass," and when you read the screen, it says "arse," like ARSE. Like that's weird.
It's probably for like people who have subtitles on and they're playing with headphones if there's kids in the room. But.
Well, it was in subtitles. I'm like, that's weird that it says "arse." I'm like, but I have to post this, but Domarch, Doumarch, there's a character named Nia, and Domarch is her blade. And he is so humble. His voice acting is so good. I was just like, I love you, and like you're becoming one of my favorite characters. I don't know what they're gonna do and further on in the story, but I'm like, I want an amiibo of you or a plush, like, or it's just a statue. Like just the person who's voice acting him brought him to life.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is good. Like this is giving me Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy vibes, but separate. Meaning that I just want to play more. And even though I had to balance that with Assassin's Creed Origins, I'm leaning more into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I'm sorry, Nier Automata, people read my statement. It's out of my Game of the Year nomination, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 replaced it.
Yeah. I can't wait to dive into this game. And, I've already bumped a few games out of my top 5 just for other games, and like if I get enough playtime with this game before our Game of the Year discussions, this is definitely going to be in there. So,
and I do have to stop. I do need to start Neo today, so I'll probably do that later on. And the Lost Legacy for Uncharted 4, I need to start also. Hellblade, I think I'll be picking up Friday. I think I'm finally going to pick it up, so I can give it a try. And I am going to pick up the Sexy Brutale coming up the Friday, or coming out Thursday. So I hopefully get this Friday. And I kind of want to get the Mummy Demastered for Switch.
Yeah.
They said that was really good. Like Ray Ford did a fantastic job. And some people are giving it like this is Game of the Year nomination, like for old school indie. And so it's good to hear that Way Forward is getting some love. One of my favorite companies. Like I feel like Way Forward has kind of replaced Konami and Capcom for me. And like I said, I love supporting them. I love supporting them and getting their games. So the Mummy Demastered, I'm definitely gonna go back and pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, I added it to my wish list already because, like, I watched the Giant Bomb quick look of Mummy Demastered. And it just looks it. Honestly, if you were to replace whatever the generic Marine guy is that you're playing as in that game, it would totally be a Metroid game if you replace that Marine with Samus. So, it was really cool to watch. But, yeah, man, there's a ton of games I need to refocus on and reconnect with, and so I really plan on diving into Xenoblade today and tonight, and do a few other things. So,
yay!
Before, well, let me see. I'm trying to figure this out real quick. There's a lot happening right now online, like as we're recording. The Mega Man live stream's coming on, so we're just gonna hit that real quick. That we're gonna jump into our news bits real quick. The Mega Man 30th anniversary live stream is happening as we're recording. And so far, coming to the Nintendo Switch, Mega Man 11, a side-scrolling 2.5D game, fully rendered in 3D character models and levels, still has that classic 2D Metroid, 2D Mega Man charm. It's coming to Nintendo Switch as well as the other consoles. Mega Man X Collection coming to Nintendo Switch next summer, as well as all the other consoles. And just confirmed, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 both coming to Nintendo Switch. So, big news for Mega Man fans. I guess they were right. Didn't want to miss this. So,
exactly.
How do you feel about this, Ed? How do you feel about all this? I know you haven't really got to watch it because you've been at work and we kind of just started recording after you got home. But
I'm happy that they're coming to Switch. Will I buy it? Probably not. Mega Man 11 I will pick up when it comes out. The only reason why is because I still own a lot of the Mega Man games. Like I got the whole collection on my Wii U. I've beaten the games so many times. Now I probably would get Mega Man X, the X collection. I probably would get that because I do have that on GameCube, and I do have some of the games on Wii and on Wii U. But I think I'm probably gonna end up getting the X collection so I could play on Switch. As for Legacy 1 and 2, I played those games so many times, so I'm kind of like over them. But this is really good news for everybody who was looking forward to the game. And I know they said that Amiibo are coming to it, so I would kind of love to see the Mega Man bosses as Amiibos if they decide to bring it over.
What if they do like the Mega Man bosses from 1 through 10, and then if you scan them into 11, you get that power for that level or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Then I'll make sure that I'll buy Mega Man 1 and 2 the Legacy Collection. But yeah, as for this news, it's very exciting. I'm super glad that they are doing this. I think a lot of people are going to be happy. Hopefully they allow custom button options where you can customize them, button options to customize, because I need Y to shoot, B to jump. And if I'm playing it on Switch for the X collection, I need Y to shoot, B to jump, and ZR in the back for my dash.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have customizable controls. I'm excited because like I just want all these games on Switch. Like I think it's cool that, and I'm pretty sure they're all getting physical copies for Switch too. So that'll be
and hopefully they're $19.99. Come with some art books. I kind of want a art book collection for them.
Yeah, I think they'll probably have Switch tax. They'll probably be like $29.99 at least on Switch, but I don't care. Mm-hmm. I'll buy them anyway. So that's cool. I'm excited that these games are coming. I always wondered why Capcom didn't just put the Legacy collections on Switch, just because they're kind of easier to port. I'm assuming so I'm glad they're coming. Let's see what else is new. We got a bunch of new games coming to Switch in December, so I'm really excited. Super Meat Boy, the original Super Meat Boy, Black the Fall, and Yooka-Laylee are all coming in December. Finally, I've been holding out on Yooka-Laylee for Switch for a long time. It's coming on the 14th, and then the other two unspecified dates in December. So, Yooka-Laylee is an interesting one because I got on their website, on Playtonic's website, and so many people are like, where's the physical copy? Where's the physical copy? Where's the physical copy? All the other platforms got physical copies. And so far, they have kind of said that they're not doing a physical copy for Switch, which is strange to me, because that's the platform where I feel like most people would want a physical copy.
Yes.
And just the fact that, that team specifically, when they were at Rare, have so much kind of Nintendo love and so much fanfare because of Banjo and Conquer and Donkey Kong 64 and Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo. Like, I don't know. It seems odd that the physical copy is not coming. And like maybe there will be a physical copy like next year, similar to, you know, this rumored Shovel Knight one. But like,
Yeah.
Yooka-Laylee is the one game that I'm like, man, physical copy. I cannot believe they're not doing it.
Well, I think it's because of low sales and the reactions to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version.
Yeah, but
You know,
the thing is like, so many people didn't buy those versions. Like anecdotally, they're like, I'm waiting for the Switch version because that game probably feels right at home on Switch.
well, because they still felt that game was somewhat broken and not what people expected. So when they released it early, it changed a lot of people's minds. Now, not saying that they shouldn't bring a Switch physical copy, because I agree with you. I will buy a Switch copy at day one because they were so excited to be bringing this game out to Nintendo on Switch, so, or even on Wii U. Like they were really excited, but because of things happening and as part of the video game industry, things change. I think that negative or that mediocre reception of Ukulele from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One hurt it. Now, if I was them, I would do physical copies only by order, meaning that if you want a physical copy, you have to order from them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to bring it to stores and do a retail. Go online to their website and order it for Switch.
Yeah.
If I was,
I mean,
them,
that's what's. I mean, they're not doing it to order, but that's pretty much what Square's doing for Lost Sphere, right? For Switch is like the physical copies are a limited run, and you can only order them through our store. Like, so, I mean, they could probably do something like that. The only problem is like comparing it to Square. Square's a so much bigger company than Playtonic that it's like,
yeah.
does Playtonic really have the resources to do that, or are they like? Maybe they felt burned by the physical copies of Yooka-Laylee for the other platforms, and then maybe they're just not doing it. So I don't know.
But the thing about it is, people are willing to pay the $10 extra. If you pack in a physical copy for Switch and even add a digital code for soundtrack, even add some artwork or something, even if you make this game $40 on Switch, for people, they're going to order it. They're going to pay the shipping and handling. So if the game if everything came out to 45 plus some dollars, just in total, for it, people will pay because people want that physical copy. People are yearning for physical cartridges on Switch. They love the digital because the reports of digital is making a lot of companies money, but they want this physical product. I will order it.
Yeah.
And I don't know when Lost Sphere is going to be for order for Square Enix. But if I could order from them and get a physical copy, I'm going to order it.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I would order too. It was a little surprising, but it's cool. I'm probably gonna get Yooka-Laylee anyway. I would love to just to at least experience it because. With Odyssey, for me at least, being kind of a so-so game, I really do like Banjo-Kazooie a lot, and if this kind of brings back those kind of feelings, I really want to get it. So we'll see, but it does come out on the 14th, so yay! So outside of the Mega Man anniversary live stream today, there are two other kind of major what do you call it? Press conference. I don't want to say press conferences because that's not right.
Announcements.
Announcement things coming. So Zelda, there's going to be a Zelda broadcast in Japan coming on December 12th. Presumably talking about the Champions Ballad release date and content and kind of story around that. So that's cool. I can't wait for that. And then on December 15th, Namco Bandai announcements coming on December 15th. and will be Nintendo heavy. So there was a lot of things going around on the internet today, specifically about that Namco thing. People were talking about a Dark Souls collection, Smash Brothers, and it's just like, man, what? Why? Like, just wait for the announcements, and like,
It's E3 for them. People love to speculate what announcement is going to be, and that's for anything. Even with PlayStation Experience coming this weekend, and with the Video Game Awards coming this weekend, people are speculating what's going to be announced. Now, this Namco Bandai, I would love to see a new Tales game. Like, hopefully they announce one for Switch. Other than that, I just like you, I'm waiting to see what they're going to announce. Like, people get hyped, and when they get hyped, they start putting expectations, and when their expectations are not met, they get disappointed and be like, well, that was they could have saved that in. I'm like, no, you already made expectations for what Namco Bandai should have done. But just wait. I agree with you. Just wait for them to announce it. Stay up. See if it's going to be on YouTube or if they're going to have a link on it on Twitter. Watch it, whether it's in Japanese and with English subtitles, and enjoy what they're going to announce. Be happy for it.
yeah. And it's like, I saw a lot of the stuff that it was rumored to be announcing. Like Smash Bros was one of them. It's like, you don't think Nintendo would save that for their own direct since it's their thing?
Right.
Like, that just sounds like really dumb. And it's like, the one thing I could see happening from, I really wish I could find this article, because it was like a bunch of like ridiculous over the top stuff. First of all, if you're gonna release Dark Souls on Switch, you're not gonna release all 3 games as a collection. You're gonna release them individually.
Right.
You know,
And
maybe
if you don't release Demon Souls, the one that actually started the Soul series off.
Sony owns that though. Sony owns Demon Souls.
Oh, it was Atlas that released it.
Yeah. Sony wasn't going to bring it over here, and Atlas ended up publishing it here.
Oh, okay.
But it's still a Sony owned.
Maybe that's why they switched it to the Dark Souls series.
Yeah, that's why they did it. Dark Souls was they switched it to Dark Souls because Sony owns Demon Souls, the name, but they still wanted to like do Dark Souls. So
okay.
Man, I really wish I could find this. This article is nowhere now. But basically they were like Xenoblade, a bunch of not Xenoblade, Dragon Ball stuff was coming. A bunch of JRPG stuff. It was just a bunch of ridiculous. And I'm like, dude, there's so much crammed in this one announcement that there is no way any of this is true. The only thing I saw was like Dragon Ball Fighters was going to be ported to Switch also. So I don't know. I just wait, man. Just wait. So I don't know. It's some of these announcements are kind of crazy, kind of whatever. So I'm excited. I know we're gonna have a lot to talk about that week. We might have to go back to 2 shows for a lot of this stuff because it's all happening. So
did I not yell at you? Would you the last message when we was talking on Facebook, and I was just like, we need to do like a Pow Block now.
Yeah.
Like, I was hyped when you announced it. I was just like, we need to do a Pow Block right now.
Yeah. I mean, I just well, we might do 2 Pow Blocks again this week. I wasn't expecting all this news and stuff.
Dude, it's only Monday. Like, okay, so we got Namco Bandai. We got the Game Awards that's coming up. We got Breath of the Wild from Japan. And who else knows that's going to get announced? Like, we haven't even, by the time this comes out, who knows what's going to get announced more? Like, the Meteor Must collection is coming to Switch. and that's dropping up. I think dropping on the 14th also, and it's just like, wait, give us time to breathe with all these game announcements. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. So okay, I found it. I found the article.
Yes.
So, allegedly, this is from Video Game Culture HQ, and this is according to a leak, quote unquote, and an inside source. Allegedly, these games are the games that are going to be announced: a Dark Souls collection, One Piece, something, 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 something. Game based off the popular anime. Soul Calibur 6, My Hero, My Hero. It's not
Academia.
Yeah, but it says My Hero Academy. That's why I got confused. And then Xenosaga HD collection, and some more unannounced projects. So, yeah.
I'm looking at Game Informer. January's cover revealed Mega Man 11.
I know, I saw it too. I haven't got my last 3 issues of Game Informer. I'm really upset. But
oh no.
Yeah. So I don't know what's happening, but they refuse to give me Game Informer, I guess. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Man, everything in my video game life is crumbling down in front of me. Ah!
No!
I'm just kidding. Everything's fine. I wouldn't mind seeing the Xenosaga games come to Switch. If they're gonna like redo them, not redo them, but kind of like remaster them and kind of clean them up a little bit and stuff, because those games were really fun. But yeah, those were the rumored games, so we'll see.
Yes.
The last piece of news we have, EA internal email suggests a Nintendo Direct in January. Finally, EA gives us some good news.
Yeah, after they said they weren't going to make any more games for Switch.
While EA has said that they will take a wait and see approach to Switch for now, they still have a game coming to Switch soon, the indie adventure title Faye, which will be released on the Nintendo Switch along with the other platforms in February. Now, an internal email from EA claims that the game will be showcased with a trailer during the next Nintendo Direct, which will take place in January, according to them. The internal email was obtained by a Reddit user and shows the launch schedule for Faye, which includes mention of Nintendo Direct in January. The email also describes EA's plans for going forward with Faye, including work with Nintendo to find an audience for the game and future projects. However, it all seems good for Faye right now, as the email mentions that we have not seen any spark cut into the noise. I don't know what that means, but so sure. I mean, we knew a Direct was probably coming at the end of December, early January anyway, because we don't have any details for 2018. And now that Xenoblade 2 is out, we got the last major game of 2018 now, and a few indies that are going to be trickling into December. It makes sense for a January Direct. So because we still don't know the name of the Yoshi game. We don't know when Wolfenstein 2 is coming out yet. We don't know a lot about Lost Sphere, and I'm sure they want to lead off with what's coming in January. So we'll see. I'm excited for a new Nintendo Direct, though. It's been a while since we got a kind of full-on Direct, that wasn't based around 1 or 2 games. So yeah, I'm excited. Wife's home. I had to wave.
Oh.
Hi, wife. But that's kind of it for the news. What do you want? What do you want from a Direct in January?
Still the Kid Icarus. I want. I really want Lost Sphere. More screenshots, and I want to hear more of the music. Square Enix has been killing it with the music in their games, and like these indie games. Because I Am Setsuna is a beautiful soundtrack, and I hope that Lost Sphere continues that, and like really starts 2018 off with that. Monster Hunter XX Double Cross. I would love to see that come to Switch and get a physical copy. Even if they do a Switch version of a bundle like Japan did, I would love to see that come. Dragon Quest 11 to get announced. Like that needs to be announced. A port of Tokyo Mirage Session from Atlas. I would love that to get a Switch. I want to see that sushi game that they announced at E3 for 3DS. I want to see, was it 3DS? I think. I
That's
believe.
yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see more of that. Elite Beat Agents. I want to see part two. Or Rhythm Heaven. Like I want to see some of their off brand and end it with retro being announced. Maybe Activision gives us the collection of Spiral the Dragon.
I don't think that's going to be all that in January. They're going to save stuff like that for E3, I think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because I feel like we'll get something like not the B-side games or the off-kilter games, but the ones we don't talk about, the less talked about. That we'll probably get. Maybe Platinum might hit at something. We don't know. So we'll definitely get some ports. We'll probably get some updates on Wolfenstein 2. And then hopefully in February we get our indie direct and we get updates on some indies and some new indie games coming. That's going to be on every other platform but haven't been announced for Switch. I would love to see some of that. And maybe we'll get an update on Arms and Splatoon. More weapons and more characters and more stages and stuff. So probably get some updates and stuff for that too. And probably this might be crazy. A Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Complete Edition for August.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for next year. Next summer, next holiday-ish. Mm-hmm. So many games do that now. That's kind of like, I feel like that's almost like a no-brainer at this point, Yeah. So.
Oh, and Fire Emblem. We'll probably get a hint at the story and stuff for that game. Because I think Metroid and Pokemon won't be, just like you said, for E3. They'll save that for E3.
Yeah, I think Retro's new game is going to be at E3 also. I still think that.
Yeah. But, so, hold on. So, will we get one in January? We'll get one, hopefully, in February for indies. And then April? Like end of April or May?
I think major directs will probably get one we'll probably get one in January, but like we'll probably get one at the end of March, early April for April, May, June games, and then E3 will get one, and then probably like October, I think, and then we'll get little either game specific ones or Nindy specific ones scattered throughout.
Because the Doom of Wolfenstein one was that was in September, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like how they have indie games having their own direct now, and then 3DS and might have their own, or 3DS and Switch might be combined together to have their own direct. I kind of like them doing that because given us, like, everybody gets hyped for any direct that Nintendo does. They might not be hyped for when a separate one comes out, like a Pokemon or a Breath of the Wild or the Animal Crossing. Like, people might not get hyped about that, but Nintendo directs people still look forward to watching. Mm-hmm. And whether it's disappointing, some people see it disappointing or not. people are tuning in to see what gets announced.
Yeah.
And people like when stuff like that gets announced.
Yeah, I think in January, like what we're gonna be looking at is, Lost Sphere. Obviously, I think they're gonna feature prominently because that's probably their bigger January game.
Hmm.
We're gonna get a title for the Yoshi game. We're gonna see Kirby Star Allies for sure. Wolfenstein 2, we're gonna see for sure. Fire Emblem, we'll get a title and gameplay for sure.
Yes.
But other than that, we might see that rumored Donkey Kong game, just because, like, I think, if they were to show it, it would be there, not at E3. I feel like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like that would be a decent place to show it, and then we would see Platinum Games show off some ports of Bayonetta 2 and
Oh,
Wonderful 101. That's what I want.
and maybe Okami HD for Switch.
Yeah, that's like, I'm still wondering, like, why did that game not get announced for Switch? Like,
I wonder if they're trying to still get it optimized and developed for it.
yeah,
Like, because just think about it, you playing it with both controllers in your hand, but when you get ready to draw with the HD rumble stuff, like you be able to do it like that. Like, so they're probably figuring it out, hopefully, because that game spells Switch.
yeah,
Like, people are still willing to buy Okami HD now. Even if we don't get Okami HD, I think we need to have Okami 2. I think Capcom needs to move on from Okami HD and give us a 2.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Or even throw us a bone. Give us DMC. I'll take DMC on Switch.
yeah, yeah. I wonder, man, because, like, I feel like a bunch of Resident Evil ports are coming next year too,
Yeah.
especially of 1, 0, and 4 specifically. Uh, I feel like all those are coming, and probably 5 and 6 as well, because you might as well just port those two. But, like, I don't know. I feel like I just feel like Capcom. I mean, I'm excited for all the Mega Man stuff that they announced today, but, like, at the same time, it's like
They're
I
relying too
feel
much
like
on ports.
I feel like they're kind of stuck a little bit, and they're, like, trying to make up ground for money they've lost on the Street Fighter stuff, and they're trying to gain back some goodwill for people, and I still feel like they don't have anything big, new, and exciting for, like, a quote unquote bigger audience to be excited about. And
Well, it's the thing to answer that question, Corey, is Monster Hunter World. They're putting everything into Monster Hunter. The Monster Hunter series has made them too much money. Where Resident Evil used to be that, but it's not no more. I think once they got into 5 and 6, that diminished the value of Resident Evil. So, because Monster Hunter as a series ever since 4 came out has been making them money from both America and from Japan.
I feel like, Monster Hunter making the money, they
Mhm.
maybe they haven't made as much money from Monster Hunter as Resident Evil, but they've made more of a profit because the development costs were low, because they were developing for handhelds, like,
Yeah.
for 3DS, and now that they're putting a lot of faith in moving it to Xbox One and PS4. And what if people just aren't interested in it? Like, what if people aren't interested in a console version?
They're betting big. A lot of people, I guess, felt like, Capcom should put the series on console. And the crazy thing that's going to be is just like, how is that? You have to share PlayStation / Xbox with the Nintendo fan base with this game. Because Monster Hunter World is not going to do nothing in Japan on Xbox. It might do something here in America. It's not gonna do nothing in Japan. It may do something on PS4 in both territories.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America, people who are Nintendo fans and love the Monster Hunter series have to have either of those other systems. And they have to kind of show Sony that they want Monster Hunter on a console.
Yeah.
And I think, and because of Double Cross only being available in Japan, they missed out on the market here in America where people were crying for it. People were just like, I'll buy Double Cross again on Switch if you bought it here, because people bought Double Cross on 3DS.
Yeah.
So if, they're putting a lot of faith, they're definitely putting a lot of faith on PlayStation 4 with the exclusive console and, and all of that stuff, and probably the marketing. But, they're really going to have to, Microsoft is really going to have to push this game here in America for Xbox One X. Sony don't really have to worry that much, but if Microsoft could push this game here in America with One X, then Monster Hunter would be something for consoles that everybody would want. Microsoft has to push the Monster Hunter series, not Sony. Sony don't have to do nothing besides sit back and see who's going to buy it on their system and collect the money.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not a big Monster Hunter guy. I know a lot of people that a lot of my friends are Monster Hunter people. I feel like the last one that came out here didn't blow a lot of people away. I still think a lot of people think 4 is kind of like the pinnacle of the series, but at the same time, they're doing a lot of quality of life things that I feel like people are into, and as these other companies are moving into games as a service model, like Monster Hunter fits into that model, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I wish Capcom would take some of these ideas and kind of expand them and do new things. And like Resident Evil 7 was a good first step in that, but they got to keep going. That was the only like kind of new, quote unquote, new thing they put out this year, and like everything else was a port or,
Well, that and
Marvel vs.
Monster
Capcom.
Hunter Stories.
I forgot it came out too this year, but
yeah, and Monster Hunter Stories came out this year for 3DS.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about like bigger marketing push type titles, like
for bigger.
Like Resident Evil 7, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which didn't blow anybody out of the water. Like, I don't know, man. I think they need to try some things, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see something. We'll see something next year, I'm sure. But
I think they just need to actually do small indie titles. And literally, maybe they have to hold off console. Let Monster Hunter World be the last big console. Give that updates and stuff. But put your stuff on Vita if you can. Put your stuff on 3DS, and if you feel like doing mobile and gaming, like do that. Like you could port stuff all you want to, but people want new experience. That's just showing if people are willing to buy these new experiences for Capcom. They're showing that hey, we love the old Capcom and we want to support the new Capcom, but you guys got to give us something fresh. And even if you give us something that's fresh on a smaller scale, let that build up your profits and then go back to being big on console.
Yeah.
Because look at Square Enix. Yeah. I think ever since they returned back to Nintendo, they've been making profit. And not to knock Rise of the Tomb Raider and not to knock Tomb Raider or anything, but Bravely Default passed their expectations on how that game did.
Yeah.
And because of Project I mean, not Project Octopath, but because of Bravely Default and even Bravely Default 2, they were making profit.
Yeah.
And now look how people are looking at Square Enix as like, this is what you guys were about, where you guys were about Japanese RPGs, and we love that you are about Japanese RPGs. Everything else that you make to appeal to a Western audience, we're still going to support, we're still going to love.
Yeah.
But we know what you guys have been about, and that's what we want to come back to.
Yeah. And Capcom doing smaller titles, like we're seeing Mega Man 11, so we'll see how that goes, and them kind of shifting focus to that way, and maybe this is the sign of a company who's going to explore, how everybody's been talking about exploring the financial range of how much a game costs and how much you put into it, and like you budget something and maybe you'll sell Mega Man 11 at $30, and maybe you'll sell a ton of copies at $30 that you wouldn't sell at $50 or $60. So we'll see. I would love to see Capcom come back in a huge way, and they are starting to, like I said earlier, Resident Evil 7 was a big thing for them, and still hasn't sold as many as Resident Evil 4, 5, or 6, but they've sold enough copies, and that game had a lot of good word of mouth to it, to the point where people are kind of interested in it again. So,
yeah,
we'll see. But, yeah, I think that's
it. Last thing I say, and I was thinking about this. If Capcom took back if Disney took back that Star Wars license, give it to Capcom. Capcom has made Disney a lot of money from the 8-bit and 16-bit days.
Yeah, that's another collection I wanted to see on Switch too, was that Disney Afternoon collection.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, and maybe we'll just have to do an episode on Thursday to talk about all this. Maybe we'll have a bigger discussion, because I know this was kind of a shorter episode because of time constraints and stuff. So, but this has been another fun, interesting episode of Nintendo Pow Block. A lot of cool stuff announced today. I'm pretty excited for the Mega Man stuff.
Yes.
Just to recap, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, Mega Man 11, and Mega Man X Collection are all coming to Nintendo Switch sometime in 2018. So,
yes,
excited for that. Remember, you can email us your questions at nintendopowblock@gmail.com or tweet at NGR Radio Podcast with the hashtag PowBlock for questions for PowBlock. So, or look for our Facebook chains of comments and stuff. So, Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode, and you can check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud and Arsenal X here on NGR Radio.
Yeah, you can find me at Corey and HD on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all that good stuff. You can also find me on NGR Radio and download our family of podcasts here at NGR Radio. It's a good time.
Yes, and everybody, December 15th will be NGR Radio's buyer's guide. So you'll get awesome, cool Nintendo stuff if you want to check that out. Yeah. So it's coming up. Yes.
So thank you so much for watching or listening. And until next week, or next time, maybe. Yeah, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woohoo!